Good noon, Malacanang Press Corps. Nandito na si Presidential Spokesperson and Chief Presidential Legal Counsel Salvador Panelo. Good afternoon, sir.
Good noon, MPC. Before any question, I'd like to issue a statement by the President. It's a major statement. He directed the Solicitor General, the Department of Justice Secretary, and all legal departments to review, evaluate, scrutinize every contract entered by the government and or its agencies with private corporations and or countries, and determine whether there are onerous provisions in the contract that will put the Filipino people in disadvantage or in violation of the Constitution. That's it.
May follow-up question, Ina Andulong?
Hi, sir. You mentioned, so the directive was given to Solgen, DOJ, and all legal departments. Will there be, let's say, a panel formed, or kanya-kanya yun kada
No,
agency?
yun na yun.
Okay.
Address
Sir,
to them.
how many contracts are we talking about? Does
All
the president-
contracts, existing contracts, they will have to be subjected to scrutiny.
Mhm. Sir, what what was the context of that when that directive was made? Why did the president?
Because he found out that during the Ramos administration, there was a contract between Maynilad, is that Maynilad or Manila Waters? Maynilad. And the Republic of the Philippines. And in that contract, the government, the Republic of the Philippines, was prohibited into intruding into the terms of the contract. And that's why we lost in the arbitration tribunal. And I think we were made to pay 3.5 billion something pesos because according to the ruling, the government intervened. And by reason of the intervention, Maynilad suffered damages. And the president could not believe that how can a contract like this entered by the government imposing a ban on the government to take government action with respect to such item as water services.
In your in the statement you sent to us this morning, sir, you
Yeah.
mentioned that case will also be studied by the Solgen, I understand.
Yes.
What for? Does the president want to appeal because lapsed na po yung period to appeal?
Well,
or
we
is
can,
it
we
so
can
that...
prosecute? Look, you know, that contract was entered into by the government and drafted by lawyers of the government. There could be collusion between the lawyers of the government and the lawyers of the private company. We cannot do that. We have to prosecute them.
Go after those behind that
Yes.
contract? Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Sir, lastly, when you say onerous provisions that might be detrimental to the lives of the Filipino people, that's a bit vague. Can you tell us how? Ano ba is this? Are these primarily
like
contracts?
that, for instance, that's a very onerous provision when you prohibit your own government from interfering with the terms of the contract.
Are
You
there
cannot even do anything when there are losses.
Okay. For example, sir, kasi karamihan nung, of course, we have plenty right now of infrastructure, let's say roadworks, projects. What could be onerous provisions na the president is looking out for?
We'll have to examine every provision of the contract. Anything that is against public policy or against the law, against the Constitution, we will have to strike it down.
Did the president give a timeline, sir, on when, will agencies be reporting at a certain date to the president?
Immediately, it will be a continuing investigation on the contracts.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Joseph and then Raymond.
So yun pong review of all contracts include the recently signed China loans?
Oh, definitely, every contract.
Any particular provision that maybe you think could be potentially onerous to the government with regard to specifically maybe Kaliwa and then the Chico
I
Dam?
cannot say unless I see the contract itself.
Would you say, sir, that the provision that's being questioned by Justice Carpio with regard to our patrimonial assets could be onerous?
You know, I already discussed it. If Justice Carpio was referring to the bank reef, that cannot be alienated. That is why I said, if that was the subject of his concern, then it's misplaced. What patrimonial property is are the gas, the oil underneath the earth. And you have to extract that to get money.
Correct.
And when you get the profit, you share it with the government as well as the concessionaire. And that's the part where that can be alienated, meaning to say that can be seized in payment of our debt. And that is why I said, what is the difference between paying our debt coming from the treasury and one coming from the profit that we get out of the extraction of the oil and gas?
So profiting with China is okay.
No, what I'm saying is, you know, when you have an obligation, you have 100 million pesos, for instance, obligation, and then you cannot pay that. So you get a portion of the profit coming out of the extraction of the oil and gas. In other words, it appears as if, I don't know if this is the theory of Justice Carpio, as if we will give all the oil and the gas that can be found there. No, it cannot go beyond our obligation.
So they cannot probably just physically take over.
Oh, certainly not. They cannot do that.
So, sir, bottom line is that that provision that's being questioned, you're not looking into that as being onerous.
To me, as a lawyer, it's not. Because it's just like an arbitral ruling, for instance, where we are supposed to pay an obligation we have not paid, and then getting a part of the profit that we get out of the extraction of those natural resources and paying them. It cannot go beyond our obligation.
Okay, so, sir, the
That is
review-
why I was saying he was right, and I was right, because I was referring to the bank reef,
Read
and
bank,
he was
sir.
referring to the products
You're-
underneath the earth.
You mean the read bank na po?
Yes, yung read bank mismo.
So, sir, just one last point. So the review is aimed at finding out if there are similar provisions like the one in the Maynilad contract.
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yes.
Okay, Raymond.
Thank you, sir.
Raymond and then Ace.
So just one quick follow-up. So it includes all contracts entered into by the government, including those who are already being executed or those who are about to be executed.
Yes, because even if it is executed, if it is in violation of the Constitution, you can rescind it. You can strike it down.
Thank you.
And ask the court to rescind it.
Thank you.
Okay, Ace.
In other words, the president is warning all and sundry that for as long as he's the president, he will not allow anything that will go against the interests of the Filipino people. He will use the Constitution, all the powers given him, to protect the Filipino people and to serve them faithfully. And he said yesterday or last night, and I will quote him, and I couldn't care less whether I will be jailed for it, I will be assassinated for it, I will be ousted for it, I'll die for it. It doesn't matter. I cannot allow it for as long as I'm the president. Those were his exact words.
Ace.
Well, Secretary, one of the qualities that investors are looking for in a potential investment destination is predictability. Are you not worried that, this pronouncement may have an impact on potential investors?
No, I don't think so. Because as I have said some time ago, the considerations being looked at by potential investors are one, the peace and order situation, the lack of bureaucracy or bureaucratic red tape, and the business climate.
But predictability is one of those essential things in the business climate, because if they enter into a deal, say with government, and there's this fear that the deal may be rescinded or scrapped, it can cause anxiety among investors.
On the contrary, in fact, it will forewarn them that they cannot enter into any agreement that is in violation of the Constitution or public policy. Alam na nila yun, kaya hindi na nila papasukan yun. Like, for instance, they cannot impose, oh, you cannot interfere with us. Hindi nila gagawin na yun kasi they've been forewarned.
So you're saying if there's nothing irregular or onerous, they have nothing to worry
Oh,
about?
definitely, yes.
Okay. Thank you, Sec.
Still on water, RJ? And then Bernadette, water.
Sir, in case there are such provisions in other contracts as the Maynilad, the
Yes.
goal is to amend or have a renegotiation.
That's one. Another is rescission of the contract.
So last night also they had a presentation on the EO or something like a roadmap. Was he okay with the creation of the Department of Water?
Yes.
Yeah. Why? What did he say about the presentation?
Well, it will synchronize all the acts of other agencies, hopefully to prevent the occurrence of the water stoppage that we had last time.
Okay, Bernadette, then Ace. Microphone, please.
Sir, in case that the government considers the cancellation of the agreements that were found to have onerous provisions po, will the government not incur any cancellation fee or potential penalty from canceling the agreements, sir?
No, because, for instance, if it was made in violation of the law, then it's void ab initio. It's ultra vires. Because it was made in violation of the Constitution.
Sir, does this mean that the Philippines will also not sign any loan agreements until the review is ongoing, sir? Any new loan agreements po wala muna for the meantime that the review is ongoing?
No, I think the President has alerted whoever will be entering into agreement that they should be very careful in agreeing with whoever they're contracting with respect to existing laws and the Constitution.
And sir, last na po, does this mean that the signed loan agreements were not reviewed thoroughly before it was signed po?
Which one are you referring to?
The loan contract, sir, does this
Oh,
mean
with
that-
respect to Chico and Kaliwa, it has passed through many agencies, Commission on Audit, Department of Finance.
So the government is standing firm that the loan agreements were thoroughly reviewed before it was
Yes.
signed, despite
That's-
this order from the president to review it again.
Well, we can always go back to it, but as far as the Department of Finance is concerned, it's above board. And they have explained it extensively at that.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, Ace. Microphone.
Sec, clarification lang doon sa scope ng contracts. Kasi pag sinabing all, it can include kasing liit ng like food concessionaires ng departments, and it can go as huge as PPP or military agreements. Ano po ba yung scope talaga ng...
Lahat ng kontrata, basta anything that affects the interests of the Filipino people, titingnan natin.
For example, yung PPP, hindi kaya
Ano ba yung PPP?
public-private partnership deals, hindi kaya bumagal yung implementation nun because of this review?
Hindi naman.
Bakit, Sec?
Kung wala naman violation, ba't naman babagal?
Gaano kabilis yung magiging review? Will there be assurance na magiging mabilis yung review?
Merong marching order ng presidente. So, even as we speak, they could be already reviewing contracts entered by their departments or agencies.
Mga gaano kaya kabilis, Sec, yung review para naman hindi magkaroon ng anxiety yung mga stakeholders?
Lawyers can review contracts fast. Babasahin lang naman nila yung mga provisions doon. So I don't think it will take long.
Okay, follow up lang doon sa water, Sec. You mentioned previously na we don't need the Department of Water. So, may iba na yun.
Siguro, dahil na-discuss kahapon, mga okay.
Mukhang okay. Hindi ba yung dadagdag lang sa bureaucracy?
Hindi naman, meron namang, di ba, meron council, parang lahat sila, iisa lang ang patutunguhan.
So, bawi tayo doon, Sec. Binawi natin yun. Kasi, what could be the reason?
Opinion ko lang naman yun, sinabi ko nun, di ba? hindi naman opinion ng malaki. Sinabi ko nun, di ba?
Overrule. Sige, Sec. Salamat, Sec.
Okay, last on water. Joseph and Rosalie, water.
Sir, I understand as far as the review is concerned, the priority would be concession agreements involving public utilities and foreign loan contracts, right? Is that correct?
Yes.
That's according to the SOJ, no? So yun po yung scope and then the...
Lahat ng kontrata, basta kontrata na pinasok ng gobyerno.
I'm
Kasama
trying to
yun.
help you already.
Ha? Ano?
No, SOJ said, because it's going to be, if you're going to review everything,
Hindi, with respect sa SOJ, di dun sila sa yung sinasabi
But he's
mong
the one being
concession
ordered
agreement.
by the president.
Pero with respect to the other departments, yung kanila mga pinasukan,
Ah, so-
ahensya.
so aside from the order of the
O hindi ba,
president,
sinabi ko all departments, heads, legal, of all departments and
Alright.
agencies, offices.
sir, with regard to the water shortage, no, I'm sure napag-usapan na what went wrong. What was the analysis of the government? Why did we have a water shortage?
Wala pa, hindi ba wala pang report? Hindi ba hanggang April,
15.
April 10 ang deadline doon.
Okay, sige sir. Yun na.
Okay, last on water, Rose. Rosalie Cos.
Good afternoon, sir. Clarify lang, pagkatapos magbigay ng direktiba ni Pangulong Duterte na reviewin lahat ng kontrata, kabilang na po yung loan agreement sa China, will the project still push through? Hindi po ba nito ma-hamper yung pong implementation?
Hindi naman siguro. I don't think so.
Why, sir? Why are you confident that it will not hamper the implementation
Ba't
of the
naman
projects?
ma-hamper? Sige nga, sabi mo nga sa akin, how? In what way ma-hamper?
Yung pong pagre-review ng deal.
Kasi nagre-review yung deal. Kung halimbawa may tinutuloy nila yung building ng project, o tapos may nakikita kang may diferensya, o edi babaguhin mo yung kung anong onerous provision, pwede mo naman baguhin yun. Tuloy pa rin ang trabaho.
Okay, thank you,
Thank you, sir.
Rosalie. Last water issue, Maricel Halili.
Sir, one quick clarification lang.
Sige, one
Meaning,
quick
sir,
answer.
Sir, yung study lang dun sa Maynilad versus the Republic na case, you will just focus on the possible people who are liable dun sa pagkakalatag ng contract. The study will not include yung mga possible legal remedies, ano? Considering na tapos na yung period for appeal.
Yes. Tsaka magiging template yun. Template rather. Magiging template yun ng lahat ng mga kontrata kasi hindi na sila papasok ng ganon. Tatakot na rin yung, siyempre, yung
Okay,
iba.
MPC, other issue? Virgil, then RJ.
Oh, baka yung ano yan, ha?
Hindi, sir. Sir, kasi yesterday you said na nag-file na ng diplomatic protest with China over the presence
Yan ang
of
sabi
Chinese
ng
vessels.
Western Command.
Yeah, but now, you
Hindi.
should a clarification.
Sabi ng Western Command, nag-file na. Yun ang, di ba, binasa ko pa eh. Tinanong ko naman si Secretary Locsin nung maghiwalay kami kagabi. Sabi ko, nag-file ka ba ng diplomatic protest? Oh, marami na akong final. Sabi ko yung sa vessel, on the way. Oh, yun. Ibig sabihin, final na. Siguro papunta na ron.
So, ang status ngayon, sir, ay wala pang naka-file.
Hindi, on the way na nga eh. Di, ano bang ibig sabihin on the way? Di, ibig sabihin, pinadala na. Ikaw naman. Siguro kung pinadala niya yung kahapon ng hapon, siguro dumating na yung kagabi.
Okay.
Did Ambassador Zhao commented on
Naging masyado lang, naging literal lang. But
Sir,
ganun na rin yan.
Did Ambassador Zhao talk about nag-comment din ba siya regarding that action filing of no
Eh, sabi niya, we have the mechanism, so hayaan natin yung mechanism, yung bilateral mechanism, to trace it out, to trace that issue.
Okay. RJ, then Raymond.
Sir, for more details lang, on the rice tariffication IRR, sir, which is still pending, did he instruct the DA, legal department, to have it signed this week? Kasi sila na lang yung kulang.
Wala. Hindi ko narinig na tinake up yun.
And on CABSEC Nograles proposed EO on the creation of an interagency task force on zero hunger. So what was the President's response to the presentation?
I think when that was being presented, wala kami pareho na nagmi-meeting kami doon sa kabilang kwarto.
Talaga. So you can tell us what this EO will specifically do.
I'll issue a statement on that para makita ko yung
All
kasi
right.
ang nag-present si ES nung nandun kami sa kabilang nagmi-meeting. We step out for a while, mga 30-40 minutes.
All right, sir.
Okay, RJ, thank you. Raymond, still on China.
Kasi I had to report kung ano nangyari sa amin
So
China's ambassador.
going back to the intruding China vessels sa Pag-asa Island. Di ba meron tayong town doon, yung Kalayaan Town? Wala bang balak ang gobyerno?
Meron tayo.
Bayan, established town, Kalayaan Town.
Munisipyo.
Yes. Doon sa Pag-asa Island. Atin naman yun. So hindi ba natin pwedeng paalisin yung mga vessels doon regardless of how many? That's ours.
Kung papalisin natin,
Yes.
di ba, nagrereklamo na nga tayo, bakit kayo nandyan? O di effectively, pinaalis mo na yun.
So your message to those manning the Chinese vessels?
Ayun na nga, we already filed a note verbal on that. We are against it.
So they must leave soonest, ASAP.
They should.
Sir, also related, merong namataan na matagal na daw nakadak dito sa Lobo, Batangas na suspected Chinese dredging ship.
Pinapa-verify ko. In fact, I
Yes, please.
texted an hour ago yung Southern Command.
O kasi parang ginagawa tayong tanga kasi sabi daw na nawala, naligaw sa
When you
coordinates.
say dredging, ano bang ginagawa ng dredging?
Nagdi-dredge ng lupa,
Lupa.
gravel.
Pwede rin nagdedredge sa mga basura, gaya ng ginagawa sa Manila Bay.
Malabo sir, Lobo is a paradise.
Saan?
It's a paradise. Walang basura doon.
Eh, anong dinidredge? Kayamanan?
Mga
Anyway,
black sand.
Anyway,
White
pinapa-verify nga natin. They're verifying. Yun ang sagot sa akin. We will verify, sir. So, let's wait.
And you do not buy what they are saying na they are just lost somewhere there.
What?
You do not buy yung sinasabi nila na naligaw doon, considering,
We will not buy, we will not sell.
okay. Kasi yung mga Coast Guard ayaw magsalita rin, medyo,
Hindi, ang ano yata, hindi Coast Guard na nagreklamo, yung local government unit na nagsabing unauthorized yun. Kaya nga pinapacheck natin So, dapat Southern Command na mag-imbestiga.
oh, sirs, even yung yung Coast Guard, meron tayong doon command yung Batangas sa port, kung bakit hindi nila na-monitor beforehand bago pa man makarating doon sa area.
Oo nga, I agree. Dapat yun, alam na nila na may lumalapit na hindi dapat.
Thank you, sir.
Still on China? RJ, then Pia.
So did you take this up with the president yesterday regarding your meeting with
Yeah,
Ambassador
I told him
Zhao?
what transpired.
So what did he say?
Kikinig lang siya.
Nakikinig.
Kikinig. Ganun naman si Presidente, he listens.
Wala siyang comments, sir?
Ganun ang Presidente, when you make a report, he listens, he absorbs.
He did not say
And then
anything
kung meron
about
man
it.
siyang sasabihin sa'yo later, sasabihin niya sa'yo. Hindi padalos-dalos magsalita yan.
So the Chinese vessels in that particular area, hindi pa niya kinoconsider na national security concern.
Nasa na nga, di ba, meron na tayo nga, according to Secretary Luxin nga, may note verbal na siya. Or it doesn't even, kasi tinanong ko siya, ano bang difference ng diplomatic protest saka non-verbal, pareho lang yun, sabi niya.
Pero sir, may mga protest ba tayo in the past na
O sabi niya, sabi ko, tinanong ko, may protest ka? Ang dami na akong protest.
Oh, yes sir. Maraming protest. Pero ilan dun sa mga protest na yun ang na-address?
Yan ang hindi ko alam. We have to ask Secretary Luxing.
Thank you.
Okay, last on China, Pia and then Maricel.
Sir, are there any existing deals or projects that will
Existing
allow
what?
existing deals or
Deals.
projects that will allow dredging operations by Chinese companies in the Philippines?
Wala, none that I know of. Wala akong alam. Hindi ko alam yun.
Sir, yesterday, Ambassador Xiao said that the ICC complaint filed by former Philippine officials were fabricated. What does the palace say about this?
I don't even know what he meant by that. You should have asked him exactly what they mean by fabrication. Dapat tinanong niyo siya kahapon kung ano yung fabrication. I even missed that. Nabasa ko na lang yun. Yung ninunews niyo sa TV. Hindi ko narinig yun. It was your job to ask him what fabrication meant.
But
Fabrication ng ano? Parang hindi ko
fabrication, sir, about the claims of environmental destruction in crimes against humanity in the West Philippine Sea. As far as the Philippine government is concerned, what's your stand on that?
Oh, syempre, we will not allow any destruction of our environment.
Yes, sir. But is the Philippine government convinced or that the Chinese government has done environmental destruction in the West Philippine Sea? Have they committed crimes against humanity in that regard?
What is the basis of there was destruction? Yung pag-build ng structure. Precisely nga, di ba? That's why nagre-reklamo nga tayo. Kaya that's why there is a bilateral mechanism for that.
So as far as claims of environmental destruction or crimes against humanity, the Philippines is convinced that China has committed those crimes.
What crimes?
Yes, sir.
Is there anong crime?
Crimes against humanity and also environmental destruction in the West Philippine Sea because of their build-up in the area.
You know, you have to have a scientific finding for that. Parang mahirap yatang mano kung... No, the arbitral ruling is that atin yon. Hindi sinasabing may distraction. Wala akong nabasa na may distraction.
Okay, last on China, Maricel and then Joseph.
Sir, during our press con yesterday, you mentioned that according to Western Mindanao Command, yung mga nakita dun sa Pag-asa Island were China Maritime Militia. But according to Ambassador Zhao yesterday,
Fisherman
he
daw.
believes na fishermen daw. So which is which?
Hindi ko alam kasi wala naman ako narinig na sinabi rin ng Western Command na may mga armas. Meron ba
But it's
sila
militia.
sinabing may armas? Yung na... Oh,
Yes.
militia nga. That's why nga tinatanong ko, ano bang ibig sabihin ng militia?
So, were you able to talk about this, sir, during your meeting yesterday?
Basta sinabi niya lang, as far as I know, they're fishermen. Yun lang ang sinabi niya.
And do you believe that these are fishermen?
The military command says, from their point of view, it's militia. Oh, sino man paniniwala ko? Di siyempre, military.
Okay. So, what was agreed upon between you and
Hindi,
Ambassador?
We're not supposed to be agreeing on anything. That was just a courtesy call. And we have a mechanism for that. And tomorrow, ano ba bukas? 3 bukas sila mag-uusap ng counterpart ng ating Deputy Secretary of Foreign Affairs at yung kanila. In that meeting, they will trace out, issues will be raised, and pag-uusapan nila yun. Hindi sa amin ni Ambassador yun. Actually, kaya lang siya nagpunta, bumisita lang.
Sir, speaking...
Pinagbigyan ko lang kayo na i-ambush siya. Nagagalit na nga, pa-ambush. Hindi naman, I mean, di ba sabi niya, this was organized ambush.
Yes, as you
Ang bait
mentioned,
nga
sir.
sa inyo.
courtesy call siya ni Ambassador
No,
Zhao. So
he
it
just
was
wanted, sabi niya,
Ambassador.
according to him, I came just to give our appreciation that you have nothing, the government has nothing to do with the complaint. You know, sinabi niya.
So the main purpose of his visit is to talk about the ICC.
No, not to talk,
complaint.
but to express his appreciation
I see.
and to say hello. Yun
Okay.
lang.
Sir, aside from ICC and the issue on Pag-asa Island, were you also able to talk about the China loan?
No. We talk about the concern of the Chinese government on their Chinese nationals. He was telling me that we should be very strict on the compliance by Chinese employers having engaged in business, just mga casino. Kasi daw yung mga kinukuha nilang Chinese nationals are in constant fear because according to him, yung daw mga employers kinuha yung mga pasaporte nila. Hindi sila makaalis. So takot na takot dahil baka kung they're not here through legal means, either makulong sila or madideport. Kaya nakikiusap si Ambassador kung pwede yung immigration natin ay maging very strict sa compliance ng mga Chinese businessmen.
Okay, last
Actually,
na,
yun ang pinakamahaba niyang narrative eh.
Okay. So sir, okay sila, pwede silang i-deport. Kasi kung sinabi na ni Ambassador na maging strict.
Hindi, sinasabi niya nga na kailangan, mas concerned siya sa mga Chinese national na
Yes.
parang inaapi ng mga employer. Yun ang concern niya. Kailangan maging strict tayo na hindi makapasok dito without passing through the legal requirements.
Isn't it parang go signal na rin on the part of the Chinese government na, o sige, since
Ay, hindi ba sinabi niya sa inyo, you have to apply your laws as we apply our laws. Di ba sinabi niya? Very clear siya kahapon sa inyo.
okay. Last na si Joseph. Joseph.
Push lang yung kay Marcel na question. So,
Kanina?
kay Marcel na question. So, if we are going to implement our laws and they violate our laws, they are illegal,
Definitely.
they're okay with deporting this.
That's what he said. In the same way that they will apply their laws. Kung
So
may
what-
violation din sa atin.
What is going to be our action
Which one?
with regard to the illegal Chinese workers?
Oh, that if we discover that they're illegally staying here, we will prosecute them
And
or deport them, as the case may be.
all right, sir. Just 2 points.
And prosecute also the Chinese employers.
Sir, you're not worried that these are, with regard to the vessels, you're not worried that these are militia, Chinese militia?
Whatever the military says, I will defer to them. They're the forces on the ground. They should know better.
Of course. Because if they're a militia, they're not fishermen, technically. Because they will be just there to establish presence. We're okay with establishing presence by
Yeah,
China?
precisely, that's why we
Protesting,
have
correct.
already established that we do not want that.
All right, sir, one last. Yung kay question ni Pia, because I think the point there was that do we share the opinion of Ambassador Xiao that it is a fabrication? That when you say it's a fabrication, that China is saying there are no environmental degradation in the South China Sea, they're not preventing our fishermen from fishing. So do you share that kind of opinion?
No, I do not know exactly what is happening there with respect to the damage to environment. There has to be an independent study on that. Perhaps the United Nations can do that for us.
Sir, that's already be done by the
Kasi,
arbitral.
like for instance, paano tayo makakapasok doon? Nagbabantay sila. Di ba? Ay, mamaya, ano pa yun? Act of hostility pa yun, provocation pa yun. So I think, mas maganda kung independent body ang tumingin doon.
So can I read to you the findings of the tribunal as far as environmental degradation is concerned? Because you're doubting it, but this is already a fact. The tribunal found that China's recent large-scale land reclamations and construction of artificial islands at 7 Fitzroy and the Spratlys Islands has caused severe harm to the coral reef environment, and that China has violated its obligation of the convention to preserve and protect. The tribunal also found that Chinese fishermen have engaged in the harvesting of endangered sea turtles, coral, and giant clams on a substantial scale. So far, that's been established by the PCA. Do we share that?
Oh, if that is the arbitral ruling, certainly that favors us.
Okay, so therefore, China's claim, the ambassador's claim that it is a fabrication, you don't believe that?
If it refers to that, then certainly I don't believe in that.
Okay, sir, thank you.
Okay, last question na tayo. Rosalie Cos.
Sir, yung after ng mga reports ng Chinese vessels sa Pag-asa Island, paano nyo ngayon ilalarawan yung uri ng pakikipag-usap ng China sa Pilipinas dahil sa namamata ang Chinese vessels dun sa Pag-asa Island? Parang hindi nila kontrolado, militiaman o Chinese fisherman yung lula ng mga Chinese vessels na to.
Kaya nga meron tayong tinatawag na mechanism para sa bilateral. Pag-uusapan nga doon They have to agree, our two countries have to agree, whether tama ba yung ginagawa nyo o mali. Kung mali, baguhin nyo.
Sir, aside sa politely asking the Chinese government hinggil dito sa mga
Ang
reports
ibig sabihin
na
ng
to,
politely, kasi diplomatic
Yes.
negotiation. Yan
ano
ang
po
ibig
yung
sabihin.
pinakamatinding assertions na pwedeng gawin ng gobyerno? Bukod po dun sa note verbal and diplomatic
Meron pa bang hindi
protest.
matindi doon sa sabihin mo, pwede ba? Mali kayo dyan.
So yun na
Umalis
po
kayo
yung
dyan.
strongest action ng
Can you tell me
government.
what other strong message can you give to them except to leave the place?
What if after these steps po, ganun pa rin po yung nakikita nating action?
Oh, and then we will look for another course of action to assert our sovereignty.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, last question, Celerina.
Sir, that bilateral mechanism was established shortly after the assumption to office of the President. Do you think that's effective?
From what I know, listening to the interview of Del Rosario, matagal na yan, ever since daw may bilateral na. At palagi daw sila protesta. Yan, sabi niya, sinasagot niya yung aking statement na, ano bang ginawa niyo noon? Nagpo-protesta naman daw sila every time. They're always protesting. Kaya lang, ang ginagawa na ng China noon. Kasi sabi ko, ba't din yung hininto yan from the very beginning? Ang ginawa raw kasi ng China noon, dahan-dahan na nag-establish yung hindi halata hanggang na-realize nila, laki na. Ganun sabi niya kanina.
So that's the reason nga, sir, why tayo nag-file sa PCA, sa UN Arbitral Tribunal, kasi hindi na kinaya ng mga
Hindi sa kinaya.
protesta.
Nang makita nila, laki-laki na. Nagulat na lang sila, malaki na. At kaya nangyari yon because yung nagbabantay na barko doon, Coast Guard ba o Navy natin, pinaalis niya na kaya hindi na makabalik. O kaya lumaki, may puwersa na sila, kaya nagawa nila lang gusto nila.
So right now, are we going to follow that step na ginawa ng previous administration? Kasi apparently, while there's this bilateral mechanism existing right now, and they've been consistently talking with each other, parang same pa rin na treacherously, quote and quote, parang ginagawa pa rin ng China. So do you think that's effective?
Meron pa ba silang pinapatay yung structure? Hindi ba uminto na sila?
They stop, pero they are like nag-install ng mga armaments, parang ini-strengthen nila. And also the presence of these Chinese vessels, even nga in Pag-asa, which is within our EEZ.
Ako ang tingin ko niyan, personally, as I said before, the arbitral ruling is there permanently. They cannot remove that from us. The problem is, it appears that, one, we cannot enforce it simply because we do not have the might. I don't think this president, will risk the lives of our soldiers going there and declaring war. Number two, the U.S. also appears not to be interested in enforcing it. Neither is the United Nations. So anong next step kung walang mangyari? Siguro, we are a member of the United Nations, right? And there are cases where certain issue that happens in a particular country that affects humanity are raised in the General Assembly. Tapos General Assembly makes a unified action. Siguro baka yun.
So we're going to raise it again if ever there
Hindi,
will be.
I'm just giving you what I thought that could be done. Ganun din ang sinasabi ni Del Rosario. Baka yun ang pwede natin gawin.
So offhand, going back to my previous question, do you think this bilateral mechanism is effective?
I think so. You know why? Because prior to the assumption of the presidency, or prior to the visit of the president sa Beijing, yung mga fishermen natin tinataboy talaga eh. Talagang tinataboy yun eh. But, nung nag-usap sila Secretary Alan, saka yung counterpart niya, napag-usapan nila yun eh, na huwag nyo nang itaboy. Pumayag sila doon eh. Kaya nga, may access na yung mga fishermen natin, hindi na sila ginugulo. That is why, hindi ba nung nagpakita ng video, ang tanong ko, hindi yung, is that authentic? Hindi yun ang tanong ko. Ito naman si Colmenares, kung ano sinasabi. Ang tanong ko, yan ba recent? Kasi kung recent yan, ibang usapan niya, may violation yan. Kasi kung previous yan, dati nang nagawa ng paraan yan.
Pero just for the record, talaga namang nakakapangisda tayo doon even before China occupied that area and the PCA also decided that it's a fishing ground of all these fishermen.
Tama, nakakapag-fish tayo. Pero nung pumasok sila, tinataboy na nila. Kaya we had to negotiate with them na huwag nilang gagawin yun. At pumayag naman sila before the visit of the president.
So may utang na loob tayo.
Last question
No, not necessarily may utang na loob. Ang problema kasi, ang problema, we have to face reality. The reality is, they're also claiming, they're saying historic right. Sabi naman na hindi, traditional sa atin yan. At nanalo tayo doon. Meanwhile, wala nga, hindi natin magawa. Kasi pareho walang puwersa, silang malakas na puwersa. Kaya dinadaan natin sa, mag-usap tayo. O, di ba? Sabi mo, ba't ba gusto nyo? Ang dami-dami nyo na. Pwede ba bigay nyo sa amin yan? Amin naman yan. Kailangan pa ba tayo magpatayan dito? Yan ang point ni Presidente.
Okay, MPC, last question na, Pia.
Sir, going back to the bringing up of the arbitration victory, former Foreign Affairs Secretary Albert Del Rosario, in an interview in ANC, said that the Philippines is not without options when it comes to the implementation of the arbitration win because we have, for example, the United Nations General Assembly. He said that the Philippines can bring the case to the General Assembly and seek a solution.
Hindi, sasabi ko lang nga yun. Di ba yun din ako ang opinion ni Del Rosario.
That's what I'm telling you, sir. That's what he said. So, what is the palace? What does the palace think about that
bago mo
kind
pa nga
of option?
sinabi ko na nga yun, na isa sa mga pwedeng gawin natin. Yung, di ba? Hindi ka naman nakikinig.
Ay, so
sabi
so
ko,
the
merong mga issues ng ibang bansa na dinadala sa General Assembly and they take unified action.
Are we going to take it to the UN General
Isa sa
Assembly?
mga
That's the
option yun.
question, sir.
I'm not the president. I'm just his spokesman. It's for the president's decision.
Are you
I'm just
seeing that
giving
as a
you my
possibility,
thoughts
sir?
on it na pwedeng gawin yan.
So are you seeing that as a possibility, sir, in the next few years
Everything
before
is
the end of
possible.
the administration?
Kung you're talking of possibilities, maraming posible. But whether making it effective or not is another story.
Okay, sir. Sir, he also said another thing. Del Rosario said, I just want to ask your reaction on this. He said that sometimes it is difficult for him to tell whether this administration is speaking for the Philippines or if it's speaking for China.
Siguro dahil may edad na siya. Kung minsan, baka hindi niya naiintindihan. Hindi kasi sila kung minsan kasi, like for instance, yung mga statement ko rito, nababago ang ibig sabihin. Tapos sabihin, nag-backtrack ako. Actually, I'm clarifying, mali intindi mo. Ganun eh. At saka, opposition siya. He's with the opposition. And he will be towing the line of the opposition. Yun na nga sinasabi ko, kung hindi mo pinaalis yung barko noon at nagagalit si Presidente Pinoy as narrated by this Senator Trillanes, o di sana hindi sila nagtagumpay doon kasi merong nagbabantay din doon. Siyempre, pag meron kang Navy vessel doon, armado rin, kahit pa marami kayo, kung ayaw mo rin ng gyera, neutralize ka din. But by removing yourself there, talo ka na kagad, wala na.
Sir, are you casting doubt on the motivation of former Secretary Del Rosario when he speaks, casting doubt when he speaks about issues about China? Are you saying that his mga statements on China and
what I'm saying is,
are politically
lahat ng
motivated,
problema ngayon, kaya nandito because of you. Pinalala nyo, yung problema kasi, maliit na problema, lumaki na lumaki dahil sa inyo, wala kayong ginawa. Kung may ginawa man kayo, nandyan na. Kasi pwede mo namang bago mangyari yung palakihin yung maliit pa lang pwede mong pahintuin ngayon pinalalabas nyo. Kung baga, sabi nga nung Karen kanina, kung baga, dumating administrasyon, nandiyan na yung problema. Tapos sinisisi nyo. Yan ang linya niya kanina. Tama naman siya doon. Mas mabuti pa, sa halip na criticize, hindi mag-suggest kayo na kung magandang gawin. Papakinggan pa kayo. Hindi yung sisisihin nyo kami, kayo may kasalanan.
like his suggestion, sir, to bring it to the UN General Assembly?
Pwede yun. That's one thing. We will ask Secretary Locsin what are his thoughts on this.
Okay, thank you, MPC. Thank you, Secretary Panelo. Back to our main studio sa Radyo Pilipinas and People's Television Network.